Flint's Club 937, what's going on? It's Artemis 81 Show. If you want to be featured on the 81 Show, whether you're an artist, producer, event coordinator, doing something positive for the city, I want to talk to you. Just Artemis, Artimis, at club937.com. This is the 81 Show. Got Sapo in the building. Got Willy in the building.
What up, though?
Got Greg Joslin in the building. It's packed in here, but we're going to make it happen. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Good?
Always living the dream.
Good.
Very high.
Very high. Very
always,
high.
Always.
Always. Let's get this started, man. Willy, you got a new project. Actually, you had two new projects that are out right now with the Sativa and Indica EP.
Yep.
And if you know anything, and I'm not going to say that I do or don't know anything about marijuana, but from what I've heard, Sativa is more of a uplifting and Indica is more of like a calming. Is that what you wanted to do with the EP?
So the Sativa EP was to kind of wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we mostly smoke sativa in the morning when we wake and bake, so it's to get your day started.
Yeah.
Then we dropped the Indica EP this summer. That's more to get you stuck. You stuck with me. That's your OGs, your trannies, you know what I'm saying? Your zoned out music. You know, your real trippy stuff.
So obviously you smoke.
All day.
And when did you start smoking?
Many moons ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that that it does calm you down and make you a better person?
Depends on what strain I'm smoking.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely think it makes me a better person, regardless of the strain. But I get effect based off what I'm smoking. I know my medicine.
How does it help you? Obviously, you got a couple projects named after marijuana. How has it helped you creatively and music-wise?
Well, what happened was I had a strain called Sunset Sherbet, which was a very, very nice strain, and it kind of caused me to really get on my sativa wave. And after that, I was like, okay, I put the Sativa EP out, going up. We were on that jet life, and then everybody was like, man, I smoke Indica. What's up with the Indica? More people like Indica, so I got a lot of Indica, and I went back in the studio and I just focused on that type of vibe. You know, each project is its own vibe, and that's what the weed kind of influenced into it.
Now, are you from Detroit?
I'm from Detroit.
What side?
Yeah, West Side.
West Side.
Yeah,
okay.
West Side.
So being from Detroit, you obviously see a lot of the artists from Detroit blowing up.
Oh,
you know, like legends like Guilty Simpson and Black Milk, and then you got new artists like Danny Brown and Big Sean.
Yeah.
Who do you look up to in the Detroit music scene? Because there's so many people.
Royce the Five.
Royce.
Yeah.
Legendary.
That's
the man.
That's the man. I mean, in my opinion, he's probably like, you got him and you got him.
Right.
You know.
Do you think that Royce gets downplayed? Because to me, I see that a lot. I see that as like people who really listen to his music understand it, but the mainstream people don't realize how good he is.
I mean, that's mainstream.
Right.
Sometimes, you got to give love to the underground. You come from the underground. So if you get love where you coming from, then you good. You know, you still can, mainstream sometimes is, glorified just because of the money, you know, but the love is always going to be in the streets.
Yeah. And now with Royce, I mean, you see him come up from nothing. I mean, he came up, him and M found each other, and legends were made that way.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going with this music industry? Where would you like to see yourself in, let's say, like 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to see myself with my imprint growing. I represent Smoke Fi Smoke, and right now we got a lot of different festivals and events that we put on, along with getting ready to start branding new artists, along with myself putting out a lot more music. So in 5 years, I can see myself with multiple EPs and albums out, and touring the country, touring the world, really. And
you're very much pro weed. You were just talking about this event that you put on for Stoners Only. Let's get into that. That was in Atlanta.
Yeah, we just took the Stoners Only down to Atlanta for the A3C festival.
What is that?
A3C is all three coasts. So basically, it's a festival that's been going on for over 10 years where they bring in all the hottest, new, upcoming, and legends together in one hub. And they put on shows for about a week. So I was fortunate enough to be invited as an official artist this year. But I also did my own official stage where I had artists from Atlanta, from Detroit, the West Coast. They all came in, and we put on a real big, great smoke out / showcase.
Now, from what I'm hearing, and I hear it from everybody in Flint wants to go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Because I've never been to Atlanta, but I hear so much about it. And you see artists like Future and originators like, like from the South, like Jeezy and. But what makes Atlanta such a unique city?
Atlanta's like the new Hollywood.
Okay.
So for hip hop, you got everything you need from the studios to, your outlets with your BETs and your MTVs, and then you got all the blogs, and then you have just a nightlife. It's a huge nightlife. So you get the strip clubs, and then you get the regular clubs. It's just a lot of great vibes.
Now Atlanta's huge, right?
Yeah, huge.
Like how much bigger than Detroit?
Man, probably 5 times bigger.
Really?
Than Detroit. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's huge.
But
it's huge.
But you can obviously see the impact that it does for artists then, because I mean, from what I heard, if Flint had Atlanta's music scene, Flint would be popping. Would you agree with that?
I think anywhere that had an Atlanta music scene would be popping. Atlanta music scene is like, they kind of got the control of the rap game right now.
And now you were saying with your event, you had it packed out. A couple hundred people showed up and everything like that.
A good couple hundred people came out, and we were smoked out.
Yeah.
We had Atlanta smoked out.
What's that feeling like, though, man? I mean, seeing something that you started with your music and having it impact people and people enjoy it.
Man, it's great because it shows that your hard work is paying off. Like we haven't been doing this overnight. We've been putting in some time and some effort. The first EP that dropped was Destination Cloud 9. That was 2012. We're in 2016 right now. So to be able to go to Atlanta and have that type of turnout, like it's a blessing.
And now Joslin's here with you. Obviously, the footsteps that I'm seeing. What makes me mad is that I'm only seeing snippets, and it's like, man, you guys had the drones, you had multiple cameras, you had the bikes out there. What do people not get when it comes to putting a music video together? Because this wasn't a typical you walking down the street and just rapping. I mean, you had many parts.
Oh yeah, man, you just gotta get. You gotta get a number of scenes, man. You gotta get them all together. You gotta make sure just everything is just right with the lighting.
Yeah.
But Mazart, he's a professional, man. He's got a red camera. He's got his own lighting. He brings everything out. He had the drone. Shout out to Mazart. Mazart's the man.
So let's go over that song "Footsteps." How many people on the track, and who were they?
We got the legend, Jake the Fella, Jake the Flake, the Black Hef. We also got Shimmy, myself, and Leah Meyer Brewer.
Okay.
Produced by Nige Gant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, this song's a hit.
Nige's legendary in this city, man, and it's just I look at him as somebody who brings people together. And when you look at that video and you see like you and Shemmy and Jake all in one, what was that experience like for you? Because Jake's legendary in this city.
It's just a blessing, man, to work with him again and to work with a lot of these legends and OGs and people that really influenced my music, man. It's just it's extraordinary, man.
Yeah.
It's a blessing, man. It's still it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Dream.
It's a smoky dream. It's crazy though, because when I came here to Flint, I was like, one of the people that I want to talk to above everyone is Bootleg.
Oh, yeah.
And this dude,
guy,
I mean, you and Bootleg are tight.
Oh, yeah. That's the big homie, man.
Yeah, and we talk about it all the time. I mean, it's like when you're working with legends like that, do you ever, and I brought this up before, but do you ever step back and kind of look and be like, man, I'm working with Bootleg, or is it just something to where you're so used to it now?
I'll be honest with you, man. Anytime I work with Leg or with Jake, it's a humbling experience still, man.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about Footsteps. When is that coming out?
I'm gonna release it probably less than a couple weeks, probably a little more than a week.
Yeah, because you got all these little snippets, man, and it's like I'm ready for the full product. And then after that, you've got another project coming out, correct?
We got the Master, the video for the Master coming out with Ace Gabbana.
Yeah. And that's going to be a smoke-filled video.
That's going to be like a movie, man. It's going to be like a Quentin Tarantino flick. Man.
Yeah, Ace is the man. Ace is one of those characters too. That's what when I look at the group that you guys all hang out with you and Nige and Ace and and even everybody's a character. Like they're themselves, but you picture them like they could be in an animated film almost because they're so unique.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations to where when you start bringing people together like that, it really flows. So Masters, when is that going to come out?
It's gonna be probably, I'd say, around November. I don't really want to I don't want to release all these videos all at once, man.
Right.
I want people to really want it. You don't give your Christmas presents, 2 weeks before Christmas. So make people wait, man.
And how did you and Willie hook up?
Really through fucking through jazz, through skunk works, and through everything
Through
going
weed.
on, man.
The weed?
The weed.
Cannabis
Yeah.
culture.
We break the stigma.
Like-minded individuals breaking the stigma together.
Yeah,
Sapo.
and I want to talk to
Sapo
Sapo
says.
about that too, because that's your slogan, man, and it's something that really sticks with me because I've met and I don't smoke or anything, or I'm not going to say that I don't or that I haven't before. I don't want to incriminate myself, but like when you think about it, I've met so many great people through the power of weed. Whether it's you go to certain places where people are smoking. What has weed done for you, Sapo?
Oh man, it's been my only downfall through life has always been cannabis. Any violations or encounters with law enforcement's always been because of cannabis. Anything I ever had to regret doing with my family was because of cannabis, and it was because of that stigma they associate with it.
Mm-hmm.
And to them, it was a problem. To me, it was keeping me off of pharmaceuticals, keeping me out of counseling, keeping me out of fights, and off the streets, and not to support that in any way for a minor. And I recommend everybody use the medical program. Come get certified. We offer that certification at Vehicle City Social now,
Mm-hmm.
where we've brought that together. But it's brought me to everything good that's been in my life.
Yeah.
It's brought me together with friends and family who I consider all family now at this point. And like you said, it's that group of characters that make your day-to-day beneficial for everybody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like-minded individuals doesn't mean that you smoke. It means that you support, you advocate, or you can see through the stigma to what's right, what's really right and who's hurting who. And it's just powerful, and we bring together with weed, I won't say we, but weed brings together more people more often, more demographics than anything else or any other group that's out there.
Makes
Yeah, and I
people
think,
too, man.
I mean,
It's
that's,
conscious.
yeah, and that's the thing too. I'm a big advocate of it just because I have family members that are hooked on pharmaceuticals, whether it's painkillers, whether it's, narcotics, and you see their life go down, I mean, it's not something to where you can only hit a joint so many times to where you're like, okay, I'm high, but you can take so many painkillers to where you're done.
Yeah.
There's a
It'll
big
kill
difference.
you, man.
Yeah.
It'll ruin your vital organs, man.
Yeah.
It's bad news, man. And you could smoke something, you can ingest it, and it won't kill you. I mean,
Right.
What the fuck is
I
that?
think, and that's the other thing too, man. Is it's like there have been situations where it's like, oh my gosh, you're too high, and you go to sleep. It's not like you go to sleep and you never wake up.
You have the best sleep of your life.
Yeah.
You wake up, you feel refreshed
Yeah.
and shit. Birds are chirping and shit.
Yeah.
And that brings us to that Vehicle City is where now that's my slogan is just break the stigma, like-minded individuals, let's break the stigma together. Vehicle City Social is a plethora of all that. We have video games, we have pool tables, we have big screens, we have projectors, we have a full stage, sound, DJ booth, 13,000 square feet, 600 person capacity, with a full restaurant and seating for over 100 foot bar top where you can come together. I've got plans for comedy, jazz, spoken word, hip hop, rock, and anything else anybody wants to see, do, or hear, whether it be magic tricks to somebody doing yoga and telling me how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm interested
I don't want to see
if you're
yoga.
interested.
Greg goes, I don't want to see you do yoga.
But it's just about that like-minded individual. If they reach out, I'm reaching out, and I put the word out now to anybody that's interested. Vehicle City Social is a safe zone for all individuals, whether you're a patient, a caregiver, an advocate, or just want to break the stigma associated with cannabis. We want to be your friend too.
And if people want more information, where do they go to?
You can go to Vehicle City Social on Facebook. You can go to Vehicle City Social on Instagram. We also have the Vehicle City Social Gmail account, and that's at Vehicle City Social at Gmail. Trying to keep it really simple and straightforward. We're open 7 days a week,
Okay.
11 to 7.
Okay.
It's 3166 Comer Street. It's in Flint. It's very easy to find. Just look us up or ask somebody about us, and they'll direct you. Ask about Sapo, Skunk Works, THC for PTSD, terp management, or anybody else involved in the program, and we'll get you there.
Yeah, and if people are interested in learning more about cards, do you do card certification there?
We do as well. We do doctor certifications, and that's something that we have to offer, as well as getting into our Weed for Warriors outreach program, which will assist veterans in finding both counseling and medicating through cannabis.
Yeah, it's crazy how powerful it is. I think we got Anonymous. Anonymous, you there?
Hello?
Hey, Anonymous, what's going on? It's Artemis from Club.
What's up with you, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? You're in the room with Sapo, Willy, and Greg Joslin. Say what up.
What up, brother?
What up?
What up, though?
So let's get right into this, man. I was told to have you give me a call and talk about your projects and also your work with Burner, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. You know, a new project I just dropped called Coffee and Kush Part 2. It's a follow-up to my first project. I got Kevin Gates. I got a lot of cool features on there, but I just came freshly off tour with Burner. I was through town on the Best Ain't Smoking tour, and previous to that on the Cookies Are Better tour. That's kind of like my big brother right there. He's been showing me the ropes and putting me on. So now I'm just following the footsteps and doing this. This is my first headline run. It's the Coffee and Kush tour. I've been so blessed to be able to pull up at the Vehicle City Social to really, do our thing.
Yeah, and when is that happening?
That's happening this Friday, the 14th. I'm going to be rocking out. We got the whole tour package. We came out from the Bay. We're going to have Willy J, Greg Joslin. Everybody's going to be out there. It's going to be a real big thing.
Yeah, and we've been talking about, about weed. Obviously, when you talk about, these three gentlemen right here, you got to talk about weed. But what does weed mean to you, man?
Weed is everything to me. I mean, that's my life. It made me what I am, and it's probably one of the most important aspects of my character because it's taught me a lot, not just mentally but physically as well. You know what I mean? It's kind of an important thing. It bridges a lot of gaps and it brings a lot of people together because there's always been this stigma that holds us down and kind of puts us in the shadows. And now that we've been able to start openly speaking about it, it's been able to take us so much farther forward. And
how does weed benefit you when it comes to performing? I mean, obviously you're on this tour with Burner right now, and Burner is one of the biggest smokers ever. How does it benefit you when it comes to performing?
I mean, it gets me in the right state of mind.
Yeah,
for sure.
If there's people listening to this right now and they want to check out your projects, how do they get in touch with your music, man?
The easiest way is to just hit up my website. It's nodaysoffent.com, like ENT as in entertainment. nodaysoffent.com, or hit up any of my social media, Anonymous That Dude. And I'm all over Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, whatever your preference is. I put it up for free and for sale, so if you support, hit it up. And of course, we got the merchandise, Smugglers Union. That's my line. You can go to smugglersunion.com if you want to pick up some gear.
Awesome. Anonymous, I appreciate you calling up, man. Thank you. Check it out this Friday at Vehicle City Social, man. Thank you.
Definitely, man. Thank you. And by the way, real quick, shout out Sapo, Skunkworks, and Vehicle City Social. It's going to be a big night.
There you go. Appreciate you calling through, man.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
All right, so again, it's happening this Friday, right? Vehicle City Social.
This Friday, yeah.
More details, they can hit them up on the Twitter, Instagram.
Yep, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Vehicle City Social, myself, Sapo Worldwide, Willy J Peso, Greg Joslin, any of us have it posted. If you need any information, just look it up. Be there. We're open 7 days a week. You can always swing by and ask questions.
Willy, what's your Twitter, man?
All handles Willy J Peso. That's
okay.
WILLY J Peso.
Okay. And then Joslin, how do they get a hold of you?
You could go to gregjoslin.com, GREGJOSLIN. Kush is my cologne. Also, on Instagram, Twitter, Greg Joslin, Facebook, Greg Joslin. You could also come see me at the Genesee County Compassion Club and get the new project, or you could download on iTunes. You can listen to it on Pandora. You can listen on Spotify as well. So
there you go. Greg Joslin, Willy Peso, Sapo, all coming through. Thank you guys so much, man.